They tried to target Fizz, potentially, and then we go, Power Cannon! There it is! There's the Make It Rain, which is targeting Fizz. Then we go, Yasero emote. And then, I mean, it's such a good move. I love every time when somebody tries to target, when something targets Fizz. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel with another deck for you today. This one, the Elusives in Arms what you call it, deck, which actually is a deck that was made by Snnuy. It was made by Snnuy for the tournament that we ran, the Bandle Bananza. Hopefully we should have a video out on that, potentially. If not, then I do apologize. But the Elusive deck that he ran, he actually has put a video out on his channel as well about this deck. It's a really powerful deck, so I really wanted to give it a go. I have to say, it is as magnificent as it performed in the tournament, as magnificent as it is now. Fantastically well-crafted deck with everything working perfectly for it. You're going for the end game of basically putting down Poro Cannons to get those really elusive Poros, working in with Yordles in Arms, where you're hoping that you're going to be able to get yourself to the point of casting where you've played 4 different regions, so you're giving everything +4/+4, meaning that these Poros are going to immediately go up to 5 attack units in elusively. Bearing in mind, they will also activate Fizz to go in there, so that would be increasing their damage as well, whether you've got them leveled up or not. That's like a part of it. And then Ambush is in here as well to give something else elusive. But the other way that Ambush is very devastating in this deck is using it on top of Yordle Ranger, whereby if you use Ambush on top of Yordle Ranger, you're getting that scout move, which is going to be buffing all the rest of your units back, but also doing like 7 damage elusively, and then going forward again with a really good health stat, where if your opponent does have an elusive blocker, you should be able to smash your way through that and just like do that perpetual damage. And just everything in this deck works well, be it doing that, as I say, or be it using Ballistic Bot, getting Ballistic Bot up with all the different cards, which obviously are creation cards. A lot of the cards in this deck are all creation cards, so those are your main ways of winning, through the elusive Yordle Arms, or with the elusive which is Yordle Ranger with Ambush. But also there's always a potential Ballistic Bot getting like to a point of lots and lots of damage, and again Ambush onto the Ballistic Bot to go and push that damage elusively when you know your opponent cannot defend it. Bearing in mind that if you've got a Ballistic Bot on the board, it will always activate Ambush, because you're going to be drawing a card that round, but also creating the Ignition, which is 2 cards this round. So you will always, as long as you've got Ballistic Bot, always be activating that. But there's so many different activators for Ambush, through Poro Cannon, through like these different things, all these different creators, obviously Lopin Telescope and whatnot. With this in here as well, to be able to potentially give you more burn. There's a lot of burn cards in this deck for Mystic Shot, Pokestick, and Get Excited. So the Archivist is helping you get those burns. So it's a really well crafted deck by Snnuy. And if you do play this, honestly, go send that man some love. Go over to his channel. There's also the impact units of the Tenants of Terror. But go send Snnuy some love. He's an amazing Legends of Content, Legends of Runeterra content creator. But I don't have to tell you that he's a more famous man than me anyway. But yeah, definitely go check him out if you haven't already. But shameless plug time: Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All these games were streamed live over on my Twitch, so if you want to check that out, please feel free. Links down below, as well as the link to the Discord is in there if you want to join and come up, throw deck ideas yourself out there. I love seeing other people's deck ideas, and sometimes they make videos like this one. And also, I just want to point out that if you head over to the Twitter, there is currently a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 2 of these this month. It is the spooky month, so it is 2 fresh lamps. If you want to get, or fresh lamps, they do light up, so if you want to check that out, so you can see the footage of them lighting up on that Twitter. I'm giving away 2 of them this month on Twitter, so all you've got to do is like and retweet and all that jazz. So if that sounds like it's free to enter, so why not consider it? It's also free to subscribe if you're not already and want to help support the content, but do not feel forced. These are the options that are available to you, so let's get in and see how this deck did in a couple of matches. I don't 100% know what my opponent is going for and doing, but I'm scared nonetheless. Maybe I should have actually kept Tenor of Terror, but I'm going to keep Yordle in Arms, just because, in the hopes that I top deck some of the things I hope I top deck. Okay, how is everyone doing today? I hope that all is well with you. So,
pride filled us forever.
On the plus side, at least you will be able to defend against this. I could throw out Telescope next turn, but I really feel like I want to throw out the Bomber Twins, just so the Bomber Twins can defend me. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Hello there, how are you doing? How would you, theoretically cool... Where is it? Oh, well, I'm going to... Theoretically, maybe, I assume, is that what that is? My mind and its ability to read names. Okay. Bomber Twins gives me defense. Not a bad landmark.
You know how it is.
I mean, I go forward. Because there's no way that they sacrifice Akshan here. And, yeah, there's no way they sacrifice this one, so... They now have got abilities to have buffs, which might be able to... Actually, no. Please! Well, I do have Pokey Stick. I feel like I loping Telescope into Pokey. Do you take warm up as... No, we take the Telescope, okay? Take warm up as cool for banter's sake. But hello there, theoretically, maybe. I hope that all is well with you. How is Legends of Runeterra treating you? Ooh, it's not good. I've got Pokey Stick. I can poke this down. So I cannot go. I feel I want to kill Akshan at some point, but he's going to be a very hard man to kill. So I'll just go with the trades that I can get. Except get this off the board so that they're not getting the value off of the trades like continuously going up every single time they kill something. Because bear in mind that works on them killing their own units as well. It's a slay mechanic, so I'd rather just remove that unit from the board. Start developing, hope for the best. Tenor of Terror I can actually play now. Whether or not I want to play Tenor of Terror is a different matter though. I feel like I want to go Telescope. Ancient Preparations, Telescope. Solid. So potentially you could be quite good. Ranger, which is what this deck is kind of about as well, with Ambush. I mean, I take it. I'll take that, because the comedy... the comedy that if you could use these two together, but I'm gonna need, if I play this, I need to get another card in hand at the same point, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to play than what I would like, but... Okay. Ballistic Bot, I guess, does make that possible. I merely go... Actually, no, I'll leave it. I don't mind leaving this, but good, thank you. I am very new. You look like you know what you're doing. I look like I know what I'm doing, but really, I'm just letting a random string of events happen and hope that I win. Okay, but no, yeah, which it. So I don't know 100% what I'm up against. I've never seen anyone playing this combination before, but I can run. Oh, I did not actually realize the now I can kind of understand it. I've never seen Butcher actually work towards Warlord's Palace, so I can kind of see what they're going for now. Okay. I don't really want to throw down. I guess I could throw down Fizz, but I don't really want to throw down Fizz. If I could throw down. The problem with Archivist is that I'm not gonna. Ooh, actually, no, I wouldn't be able to use either of these anyway. I have not got the mana in order to use this. What I was hoping for was Poro Cannon.
A missing piece?
We do this. We leave the one with 1 health because that way we've got Pokey Sticks in the deck. We might be able to get that later on down the line. We're going to be getting the clock out of this. Akshan is nearly leveled up. Not ideal, but, you know, it could be worse. So... I'm 1 mana off of that move as well. I'm 1 mana off of the Yordle Ranger into ambush move. Okay. I could Tenor of Terror go slightly wider on this board. Yeah, go slightly wider on the board.
We enter an age of men and gods.
Big boy Nasus! Big boy Nasus is appearing on the field. Now this is when things start to get scary. My opponent's playing Shadow Owls, which most likely means they've got Atrocity, so their plan is going to be Atrocity off of Nasus, is what my assumption of what their plan's going to be. Should have probably actually developed into Fizz there. Need to ask myself. I'll leave it. Because any additional slays that I let them have, it gets them closer and closer to the NASA Steam Machine. But Metal Biter, how are you doing? A question. If you include a card in a deck, can you include it in other decks? Yes. Yes, you can. If you make any decks that you make, as long as it's like you've got the collection and got the cards for it, yeah, you don't... It's like if you use a card in one deck, you can't use it in any other deck. You can use it in any other... It's whether or not you're talking about tournaments. Tournaments can have slightly different things, like they can be champion locked. Like if you use a champion in one deck, you can't use a champion in another deck. But for generalness, you can just put whatever in whatever deck. Do I want to throw down the Yordle Ranger this turn? I feel like my opponent is going in for a big boy attack. Bear in mind, they could have another Nasus and have a strike that they could use on me. There is also that. So I kind of want to play you, but not want to play you at the same time. It's a weird combination. So I'm just gonna play the Ballistic Bot's Ignition. Okay. I want to play the Yordle Ranger this turn. That is what I want to happen. But we'll see how the moves go. But that's what I want to do. I want to throw down Yordle Ranger this turn. Okay, Viego is down. They can no longer use the Cycling Strike, but they could use Despair. I feel like I take this damage. Okay, no, I no longer just take this damage. Okay. Go down to 6. I mean, whatever it is, they're going to be Atrocity in my core, right? That's where the end game is that they go for Atrocity in my core. Is where this feels like the plan is. Throw you down here. It's got 8.
And the Lord, fear me world, for I am Lord Vega.
Yep, that's the one. Do I sacrifice you as well at this moment in time? I go to 11. Go to 11. It's not the best. I don't really want to put anything in front of Akshags. He's just going to buff his way past it, so there's no real point in doing that. I'll put myself to this. My opponent's going to get Nasus up to 10, which means that he can immediately Atrocity into my core if they get one more slay. But I can wait on that fact. Okay. So this is going to be very, very stupid, and that's where my mainstay is going. My opponent has gone really Billy Big. My opponent though now going very Billy Big bollocks on their moves, not giving themselves much mana to work. But obviously they could still be a Rite of Negation in that hand, right? Rite of Negation could be there. I need to hope it's not, because I'm going for my Billy Big bollocks move. It's gonna be Rite of Negation. Yep. Fair enough then. It's fine. I don't... That is them using up all their mana. It's a good job that this deck has got a second out, isn't it? And by a second out, I mean my opponent has now used up all of their mana, and I just go into a scout move, and then go, well, looks like I'll be attacking again with you having no mana to be able to defend thyself, and we go forward with aggressive damage and kill. Shenamo to my opponent. Really well played. Okay, I feel like I want to keep getting excited and the Tenor of Terror. I'll get rid of both my Yordles in... Why do I always regret getting rid of my Yordles in arms? Like, the second that I do, I immediately get, like, Poro Cannon or something. But it's okay. This deck can get out of hand quite quickly. Like, depending on how they draw.
I'm ready to take the first step.
I mean, I could just get excited, but I'm not going to. Okay. I'm not doing too good right now in terms of my cards that I've got, but hopefully we'll find a way. Life always finds a way. Pokey Stick. Doesn't really do too much for me now, but it means that if they do throw down Taric next turn. Actually, wait, does he have 4 health? Does he have 4 or 5 health? He has 5 health. Damn, I wouldn't be able, I mean, double get excited, but that's a lot of resource. All it takes is 1 buff from them, and they can get him past it. Okay. Essentially, Pokey Stick. Question is whether I want to Pokey Stick you or Pokey Stick their core. I'm going for Pokey Sticking you, just in case. So, second Poro Cannon.
To serve the greater good.
Okay. You know, the annoyance is I don't really want to get rid of the other Poro Cannon, but it's feeling to myself, but do I get rid of the other Poro Cannon? I'll leave it.
Together, we can do this.
Oh, shit. Okay. Get rid of the other Poro Cannon. It's not really what I want to do. Or get rid of... I don't really... Yeah, again, this ambush is not one I really want to get rid of. My hand is full of things I don't really want to get rid of right now. Because I'm going to have to get rid of some things when it comes to playing Get Excited. I mean, if Taric drops, it forces me into a double Get Excited move, whereby I'm going to need to find things to get rid of. So I'd rather not get rid of something this turn. Okay.
No time to rest.
On the plus side, we didn't see Taric. I could get excited. Tenor of Terror next turn, so if I use Poro Cannon into Tenor of Terror. So, I'm actually going to take this damage. And I want to see what you give me.
Are you ready?
So Ripper's Bay is the perfect discard target. Thank you! Thank you, Bomber Twins. So, I can Poro Cannon off of this. Throw myself down like 2 Poros, or even like just leave 1 Poro left in hand. Develop 1 Poro, leave 1 in hand. I mean, it's... Of course he comes!
The journey is yours, but I'll help where I
Yeah, I feel like they've done that because they know that I no longer can double Get Excited Taric. Like, they waited patiently. Okay. I kind of feel like I keep this Poro in hand. It's a good discard target, like, even for the other Poro Cannon. Okay. Tenor of Terror.
Sing with the darkness
In your heart!
I write the rules of power.
So, might end up regretting not just killing Taric. But part of me's thinking, get rid of this. Throw at least 1 ambush in. So, we go like this. Throw ambush on top of this unit. Okay, gets them down to 12. If we go forward with this unit, which they most likely defend with Taric, potentially.
Hello, cruel world.
I feel like this unit gets blocked. But the best block... Actually, correction, the best block they've got is the Rune Weaver. Okay. Maybe we leave you back. I can take getting them down to 12. With the knowledge that I know that I've got other ambush moves and things, like, I'll get them down to 12 and I will accept that. Yordle Arms! That's what it's all about! Okay. All I've got to do is survive this turn. So, all that needs to happen is we need to survive this turn. It's all that needs to happen. I mean, why would you not buff Taric unless you've got another buff that you're going to put on top of Taric? I'm assuming there's another buff that's coming on top of Taric now, because... There it is. Oh! Yep, and Overwhelm. Okay. So. That's a lot of buff! That's a lot of buff! I am EU! Indeed, Keyran, I am EU.
never submit.
That's a lot of buff! And that's also the level up of Taric. Okay, we just need to survive. If we can survive this turn. So, how are we doing here?
Rambunctious fool! You will
I can live on one. Is one gonna be enough? Is it worthwhile throwing one of my Get Exciteds? I could actually consider the Get Excited move
Begone, wretch!
as being... It saves me additional 2 health. Yes. I mean, the thing of it is... Yeah, I feel like I've got to consider the Get Excited move, right? Get Excited move just so that I have got at least... But the problem is, either way, I put myself into further range. Like, if they're running further or... Like, either way, I'm putting myself into further range. That's the only other thing that I have to know.
So he smoked and he broke.
Okay.
Those puny fools.
I'll do this, although I'm going to much regret everything. Let's go. I feel like either way, it doesn't... Like, if they've got further, they've got further, so they'll be able to kill me anyway. And... yeah, I feel like we do this, develop Poro. Next turn, Poro in arms, which it 15-15 across the board. Expect banter. 15 damage! So they've got me, it's whether or not there is a decimate further or something along those lines in that, I mean, Hush? They could actually run Hush. That is things, but that's why we go for the attack. They hush. They can't have 2 hushes. Don't have 2 hushes. Don't be that person. Okay, we throw down this, and that's lethal. Plus, we've got 3 damage as well that's coming in here, so it's an either or. We do have an additional 3 points of damage if needed to go for core. So. This feels fine. No one expects a Yordle in arms! Shen emote to my opponent. Really well played. I love that deck, though. The deck that they were playing, I really actually do respect and love the Riven Taric deck. Depends on your game, but low-cost cards you should focus on generally. So, is it better to have more cheap or expensive cards in a deck, mana-wise? Well, you want your cut. So what is known as the cut, like the curve of your play. Like you want it to be a nice curve. So you kind of want like a reasonable amount in the lower side, so that you've got board development and things you can do early game, and you want less on the like later development. Like in terms of like you don't fill your deck with full high cost cards that you can't do anything with. Like, you know what I mean? Like you basically get your mulligan and you get like 9 or 8 cost cards that you're not going to be able to use until in the later game. You're just like, oh. The comedy is that Fizz is not actually really massively my game plan, so I don't actually mind sacrificing Fizz here. I will accept the sacrifice. Like Fizz is in here for an additional, yep, I get a Yordle in arms kind of move that I can do, but they're not essential. Oh, and they come back to me anyway. It's fine. Okay. Big part of me is kind of considering Ballistic Bot here. I could throw down Twin Bomber just to be able to get that, or the Bomber Twins just to be able to get that more aggressive, immediate attack. Let's go for it. Ballistic Bot would have been good, but I don't mind throwing this down. Trying to get myself a bit more of an aggressive early game. It's one of these things where misfortune could drop right now. This kind of, like, in a way counters misfortune, but in another way, like, it depends obviously what they've got in the hand. They're running a very damagey deck. Okay, so further's gonna go. Expect Flock. Flock is coming for me now. Do I want to throw down Ballistic Bot? They're gonna get free damage. Ooh, okay. They're gonna get free damage in on me. I'm willing to accept that. I'd rather bank the mana. I was massively expecting Flock then. Okay. So. I'm going to throw down Fizz with the knowledge that I do have a burst speed, 0 cost spell, that if they do try to physically target Fizz, I can work against that. Because this deck does have the potential of running Make It Rain, and if one of the Make It Rains hits Fizz, I'm laughing. So, that's what I'm going to tell myself. The weird thing is, it's whether or not I want to put down this. So, I'll check out that deck in a second. Also, got a spicy one. Quinn with Irelia, level up Quinn in 1 turn. Right. Oh, why don't you hit Fizz? Why does this not want to target Fizz? Okay. That's much upset because we could have negated all of that if they would have targeted Fizz. It's always upsetting when you see that somebody does not target Fizz like this. I could actually consider the Poro Cannon now, but it's whether or not I want to keep that move open in the future, which I feel like I do. I could go for an ambush now. It's not the best of ambushes, but it's still like not the worst, so I'm willing to accept. I'm willing to accept just doing 4 damage to them because they block this one. 4 damage comes in. They try to target Fizz potentially, and then we go, ah, Poro Cannon. There it is! There's the Make It Rain, which is targeting Fizz, and then we go, Yasuro emote. And then, I mean, it's such a good move. I love every time when somebody tries to target, when something targets Fizz. His ability to be able to negate spells is hilarious. Okay. Do I want to throw down this? I'm going to throw down the Poro. It means that this can, like, if they go for an open, Ballistic Bot can trade with the Butcher. Ah, yes, the plan. The plan! It comes together! So, another Poro into Yordle Arms. I mean... Okay, I'm going to throw down Ignition. My opponent not wanting to do anything right now. I can respect. I'm going to throw down the Poro. So, we now go into a Yordle Arms. Double Yordle. We can't go into a double Yordle Arms. We're 1 mana away from going into double Yordle Arms. But Yordle Arms, 5/5s across the board. What can you do? You can do nothing. That's the answer to that question. Shadow Mote to my opponent. Really well played. We must Shadow Mote them back. But want to see a trick. We had additional damage that could have come in here. But we don't need it, so we could have made the Ballistic Bot go forward as well. We don't need to. Shadow Mode to my opponent. Heimer Viktor with Ionia, which Ionia does have a lot of creation spells. Am I about to be like Catastrophe, Suit of Perfection, Catastrophe with like what's its face? Dawn and Dusk or something in order to get like 3 of the cats on the board at the same time that way? Is that what I'm about to experience? I throw down Thing and they immediately throw down Thermal Beam. Oh wait. I feel like I can throw down Fizz. I've got the knowledge that I've got a Pokey Stick that if they try to target. But look at me now! I can wait. I'd rather keep the Pokey Stick.
Perfection.
I can accept. Throw down the Bandle City Mayor. Poro Sled is a good one, but Telescope as well. But I feel like we go Telescope. I mean, you've got to go with that additional. You've always got to go with the additional build things up, right? If you want to live, I can wait. Potential Mystic Shot or something to kill Bandle City Mayor, I would expect to see. Okay. Telescope. Making things vulnerable might not be the worst thing, but I'll take you. We can throw down the Tenor of Terror. Tenor of Terror. So. Is it weird that I could consider Pokey Stick with the knowledge that I've got this? Could also consider throwing down Ambush on top of you. I mean, Ambush is what I want to be throwing down on top of my Yordle Ranger. Go, go, Power Rangers. Do.
Hello, cruel world.
Potentially just let Fizz die. I'm willing to accept Fizz dying. Actually, no, I'll keep you back. Ignore me. I've changed my mind. I assume that they're going to grab Fizz anyway. So if I had to make an assumption, I'd assume they're going to go for grabbing Fizz. I could actually go with the Pokey Stick. Go with Pokey Stick. Hope that they see this and think, ah, I'm now gonna Thermo Beam down their Fizz. That's what I can hope that they do, is they go, ah, Thermal Beam, and then we go, ah, Pyro Cannon. No one expects it. I made all the cats. You did make all the cats, sure, yeah, it's very true. In the tournament, or getting rid of that mayor. Somebody doesn't like the mayor. Okay. Right on this. Potentially, but I feel like I'll take you.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
Okay. Rebuilding the mana.
Genius in action.
So, the plan is gonna be throw down Ranger, throw down Pyro Cannon, ambush. Ooh. Okay, so all the bots are coming. All the bots are coming. I need to ask myself, do I want to... actually, no, I can't Pyro Cannon now. I need to use my Pyro Cannon next turn. Can't wait. So, throw down Yordle Ranger, throw down Pyro Cannon. Oh, Yordles. But Yordles in arms! I mean, if we can get the Poros... I want to do this move, but I also want to do the... Like, it's so stupid when... If I do this move, this is all my mana on this one move. Whereas if I do, like, the long way round, so it leaves me with 4 mana. Yeah. Leaves me with 4 mana, so I can develop. It goes over to my opponent's side. There can be deny. I just want to point out they could very easily be denied this way round, which I might end up regretting. It was the fact that if I was putting everything into the Yordle Ranger, there could have always been a thermal beam or some way of killing, because it doesn't have the best of health. So I can imagine that happening. But deny is still a thing. And the fact that my opponent has now got an elusive Viktor is not good. Okay. Elusive Viktor is not the one you want to see. I mean, like, you know, there was always the chance of using Playful Trickster as well, just to stop the thing, but I'm going to go for the Yordle in Arms move. I assume my opponent is going to have Deny. So I might end up regretting every single decision I've made here today. Oh, getting rid of one of my elusives. That's not what I wanted to see. Okay. I'll go like this. I expect Deny, okay? I expect Deny. Deny comes down. Much upset. It's either going to be Deny or kill some units before this happens. It's going to be one of the two things. Deny or kill some units before this goes down. Yep. Oh, if I only had another Pyro Cannon. I sadly do not have another Pyro Cannon. Okay. I should have gone with the initial plan. So, giving themselves Captain Hook. Much upset. Much upset. My opponent finding what they need to get by. Okay. So, sadly, Yordles in Arms not doing what I needed to do, but we've got other moves. Hopefully we'll find ways. Probably not, but hopefully. I do have the ability to get excited Viktor at the moment.
Order
Entropy, a never-ending cycle. You know, I could get excited Viktor, which I feel like I need to do. I mean, Notify is still a thing. I kind of want to see if they're going to... they might just pass, by the way. But I wanted to see if they were going to go for this. Just mean that they can't have Notify. It's not exactly who I'd want to get rid of. But out of this hand, that's who I'm going to get rid of. Just to get rid of Viktor right now. Which just means they don't get a Heimer. They don't get a Heimer bot out of it either. Okay. Throw down Fizz. Damn you and your bots, Heimer! Okay, we'll be fine, We'll find ways through this. That's the main thing. As long as we... Ooh, that's actually very nice.
Ready, Scout? Let's take to the sky.
I might have to get rid of the Poro. Like, so... Get rid of the Poro sled in order to make it so the ambush move can work. So, do this. I mean, for the greater good, it must be done. So, throw this out just so we can buff everyone up. Go, go, go! In at their core, we can develop more elusives for the next attack. We've got Fizz being elusive. Potential. I don't think that there's many things that... I mean, they might be able to find elusive for Viktor, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They've not got 6 mana, so they can't do a 6-cost spell in order to get the 6-cost elusive floor be gone. This is looking fine. We throw down Poros. I mean, do I have to? I don't even have to throw down Poros. Shadow mode to my opponent impact unit. We had the elusives. There wasn't too much my opponent could do. They couldn't even get a stun out. Like, they could have got a stun out before doing that move because they could have had concussive palm. But yeah, it all worked out quite nicely in the end. From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.